Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do an updated handbag collection video, but it would be too long to put into one video, so I decided to solely focus on Chanel first and then maybe make a part 2 later on. So let's just get started. So I'm going to start off with my newest one. This is the rectangular mini in black caviar with silver hardware. And this one is in the classic quilted design. This one in particular is from the 18C collection, which is from the cruise collection this year. And the caviar grains on this bag is a lot smaller than usual. The leather itself is supposed to be a matte caviar. This is what it looks like on the back with this back pocket. And I have the inside stuffed right now, but it's just one big compartment. Now I also have this rectangular mini. It's also black caviar with silver hardware, except it's in this chevron pattern instead of the quilted pattern. And the leather on this one is supposed to be shiny caviar. I'm not sure if it's accurately showing on the camera, but this one has a lot more shine to the leather than this one. But other than that, these two are very similar, and I'm having a hard time deciding which one to keep. This is another rectangular mini. This one also has silver hardware. I think on the camera it's coming off a lot more gold than it is in real life. In real life it's like this light pink color and it's super pretty. It's like this iridescent color that changes from pink to gold depending on the lighting, and I've never seen a color like this on a bag before. And because of this iridescent quality to the leather, it looks a little bit more shiny than the usual matte caviar. Now moving on to square minis. I've shown this in one of my videos before. This is the turquoise blue lambskin square mini with silver hardware. Even though this is lambskin, it has been holding up pretty well. In my previous video, I discussed how I left the chains like this and it left indentation marks in the leather, but I just used my finger to buff it out and now it looks fine. On the inside, it looks pretty much the same as the rectangular minis with just an open compartment, a zip compartment, and a little flat pocket here. Another important detail to note about the square minis compared to the rectangular ones is that the chain length on the square mini is quite a bit shorter. So depending on your height, you may or may not be able to wear the square mini crossbody. The other square mini that I have is this one here. This is in crumpled calfskin and it has the So Black hardware. At first when I saw pictures of this leather, I really didn't like it, but it looks so much better in person and it's really durable. I've come to really love the leather. I also have this in the medium large size, which I don't have with me right now, but I use that one a lot more just because it can hold a little bit more and I like the shape of it better. So now going up a size from the minis is this small classic flap in this navy caviar leather with silver hardware. I think this is one of my most used Chanel bags. I love the navy with the silver hardware. I think that looks really good. And I really like the small size. So let me show you what the small size looks like compared to the medium large size. This one is a little bit smaller and a little more square than the medium large size. And let me show you guys what it looks like next to the rectangular mini. You can wear the rectangular mini crossbody, but you probably wouldn't be able to do it with the small classic flap. On the rectangular mini, there's just one grommet on each side of the bag, and the chain connects on this side here. But the small flap has 4 grommets like the medium large size. So the small size also has a double flap, and I also have the stuffed, but on the inside it's pretty much the same as a medium large flap. And the caviar leather on this one is also a smaller grain and a shinier grain. Okay, the next bag is my medium large flap in black lambskin with gold hardware. And this is the oldest bag. It was made in 2008 or 2009. The lambskin is still really puffy. There's just a bit of wear on the straps where the leather is kind of cracked a little bit, but I mean when you wear it you wouldn't be able to tell at all. And there's a little bit of creasing on the bottom here. There are a few scratches on the bottom and this part has kind of indented a little bit, but nothing too bad. The way that I store this bag is I always store it standing upright, and I'll usually put some tissues under the chain so that it doesn't lie directly onto the leather. This way the quilts will stay puffy. I also talked about this bag in my first collection video, and I mentioned the wear on the inside, but it's nothing terrible. and it's still in pretty good condition for how old it is. So my next bag is actually the same size, but different leather and different hardware color. So this one is in the Caviar leather with silver hardware. On this specific Caviar bag, the quilts are pretty flat, and that's just how it was when I got it. But different batches of Caviar will be different, so some will be puffier than others, and some will be more matte, some will be more shiny, some will have bigger grains while others will have smaller grains. On this one specifically, the grains are pretty large, and I think that makes it look more casual, and the grained calfskin also makes this bag really durable. And going up another size, there's this dark navy blue patent leather seasonal flat bag. I don't think they've come out with this ever since 2014 or 2015. This just looks like a classic flap to me, except the sides, you can tell there are 3 compartments on the inside. And on the back there's also a back pocket, and it looks very similar to a classic flap. I'll just quickly show you guys what it looks like on the inside. There are 3 compartments. But I've talked a bit about this in my other video, so I feel like I shouldn't be repeating myself. Going on to boy bags now. This is the grained lambskin So Black boy bag in this size small. And to be honest, this is probably my favorite boy bag. This won't show on the camera, but there's actually this iridescent quality to the leather. And the great thing about it is that it's really subtle. You can really only see it under sunlight, and even then it's a pretty subtle shine. The black chain also has a very subtle oil slick sheen, but I don't think the camera will be able to capture it. And the grain lambskin is more durable than I thought it would be. There were a few times when I dropped this on the floor actually, and I thought I destroyed the corners, but so far the corners still look great, and the back doesn't have anywhere either. So the back is just plain. To open this bag, just pinch the 2 sides here. There's leather up here, and it's lined with fabric on the inside, and there's one little pocket in the back here. So it doesn't fit too much, and it's around the same size as a rectangular mini. This is the size compared to the rectangular mini. Now going up a size in the boy bags, this is the old medium size. I have this one in black caviar with light gold hardware. Here's a size comparison between this old medium size and the small size. Here are the sides. And the last boy bag that I have is this one here. This is in pleated calfskin with ruthenium hardware. I love the pleated details on this one. I've shown this bag before in a previous video I made comparing this one to the diorama bag, and I'll link that down below if you guys want to see more details about this bag. Moving on to wallet on chains. I've shown all of these in videos before, so they're nothing new, and I'll just go over them really quickly. So this is the Reissue wallet on chain with a working turn lock. This is still my favorite wallet on chain, and it's held up really well. This is the classic wallet on chain in caviar leather. This is the boy style wallet on chain. This is the old boy style. Now I think they changed the boy style so that it's actually a magnetic closure, and the border goes all the way down to the edge of the bag. And there's also no back pocket on this one. And the last wallet on chain is the Trendy CC with a working turn lock, and it's in lambskin. In my opinion, this one is a lot more dressy than the others, but it also looks super classy. I really like the blue and the gold color combination on this one. The lambskin has also been holding up really well. So that was my updated Chanel handbag collection. I'm actually trying to downsize my collection right now, but I hope you guys like this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you have any requests on other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.